Good morning everybody, welcome to another day at Project Wreck. The hair has been repurpled, it's time to finish off the shed base. We've been held up for the past couple of weeks by just basically really piss poor weather, so today's going to be, it's a bit cold, it's a bit dry, but hopefully we can get everything done today. Right, let's show you what we've been up to. So in the week we've had this much water, but what we did is in the week we bought some sand. We bought 200 kilos of sharp sand and spread it out over the surface, and the idea was that we could rake it relatively smooth. As you can see, it's been lightly tamped for us by the rain, so the plan today is to try and make sure that this is as level as we can get it. We're going to bring the plastics down, and then we will also get the pea gravel down as well, and that involves mending the chute. Well, that one's fine. I wonder if we can just bend it. Oh, that's pretty. So what I've done is I've had another brushing. Yeah, I've seen this in the time lapse. I've had another brushing. Brushed more sand down into this corner, which is been traditionally lower. And then I've been tamping, and believe me, the last thing I want to do after last weekend is tamp. But have a look at the results though of a bit of tamping. So that's left to right, pretty much cock on. Front to back, slight roll towards the front. 45 degrees on the diagonal, pretty much cock on. So it's worth it. Just like L'Oreal. Site manager seems to be happy with our work. Yeah, it's very much like April weather, just sudden cloudbursts. It's not that cold, but it's certainly wet. So these things, we put them down, we make sure they're flat, and that gives us our base. And then what we do is we then pour pea gravel over the top. That falls into these little cups, and you've still got a very firm, stable plastic base that won't rot, that's holding the gravel in place so it doesn't head off down the mountainside. Mountainside? Yeah, maybe. And gives us a firm, solid base. Success. We've put down the plastic base in between the showers. So let's just show you what we got here. So these are the plastic bases that I showed you a minute ago, and what we've done is they all snap together and we've laid them out across our shed base. And what might be possible to see, I don't know, but because we've now got essentially a grid line, is you can see where the base needs a little bit of work. So there's a slight rise here, but I reckon we can just do that with stamping on it. But this corner, just by my finger there, I'm going to try and focus on it. That bit there is definitely, it rises up and then drops down. And this is actually going to be the size of our shed. So it's the first time we've put the dimensions down. And remember, it's to the silver tags of the bean canes. So this is the first part of our shed that we've, the first size of the shed that we've seen. So we've positioned it roughly where we want it. Well, there, we've now moved all of the pea gravel down to here. I've just got to empty the bag, which has gained 2 snails. That is all of our pea gravel. So that is everything that was in this bag is in that pile or already sort of slightly spread around. The thing about sheds is that the strength of a shed is across the whole base. Whereas a log cabin, which is what we were originally going to do, is all around the edges. So when you build a log cabin, you have to make sure the edges of your pad are rock solid so that they take the weight. And the floor then is just inset within the logs. With a shed, the floor is the base. So you have your stringers, you have your floor on top of it. And because we've put this bit of plastic down, our stringers have got a nice solid base to work on running across here, so it doesn't need to have the pea gravel in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the pea gravel out to the edge of the wood, up to the level of the wood, and just sort of neaten it off round the side and the back a bit. Hi everyone. Well, it's a couple of days later, and because I'm in Egypt and don't know how to use my wonderful spiffy new camera properly, I made a mistake and recorded the whole last of our work that we did on Sunday. I recorded it in the wrong format, and so basically we didn't capture anything. So just to finish off this video, might as well show you where we ended up. So we finished it. We actually had more than enough pea gravel to fill up all of the plastics, which you can see just poking through here and there. It's a very, very solid base. I mean, it feels like it's going to last hopefully a lifetime, but it's a very, very solid base. Last little bits of work, I just need to trim down these posts, which are dotted around the place, and then we're ready for the shed. And the shed is arriving on at the end of this month, so we've got 2 weeks until the shed comes. So one final piece of news. We actually have a ground worker who is starting on the 7th of August, and his job will be to build a retaining wall across the edge of the patio area at the back, along with, I think it's 6 concrete pads to go in to take our balcony, which will hopefully follow shortly thereafter, at which point the house is finally finished. So it's really very exciting. So the next couple of weekends we're going to be spent before the shed arrives. We've got to take stand shed down, we've got to clear up all of the area up there, get the paving slabs out of the way and various things like that. So there will be a couple more vids coming over the next couple of weeks, and then as soon as our shed arrives at the end of this month, we will have to put it up as quickly as possible to make sure we can get everything that's in stand shed out and into the new shed, and then take stand shed apart. So basically watch this space, there's lots of more action to come, but in the meantime, stay fit, stay well, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.